Hey guys, Primarily Critical is on a little bit of a break. So we went into the archives and we dug up some of our favorite episodes. I loved an episode we did on Bubba Ho-Tep. So here it is. Hope you enjoy it.
Primarily Critical.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Primarily Critical. My name is Steve. I'm here with
Anthony
and
John.
Old fogies fight the mummy, but they don't know how. And Elvis has an unusual preoccupation with his penis. You can't make this stuff up. We're talking about Bubba Ho-Tep.
Bubba Ho-Tep.
I picked this one. I saw it in the Winnipeg Cinematique.
Oh, love that. Beautiful little theater.
Yeah.
Great theater here in the city.
Me and a lot of my friends are Bruce Campbell fans. So we saw that it was going to be the Cinematique, and we knew that it wasn't going to be released. There's no mass release for this movie. So this would be the...
Oh, so it didn't make famous players and all that stuff?
No.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
No.
Are you really surprised?
I am. I'm shocked. I just can't believe it.
I don't know. I'm not. Maybe mainstreaming is not the idea for Elvis talking about his pecker.
Elvis and Kennedy fight the mummy in Bubba Ho-Tep.
Is this a horror movie?
Yeah, I guess so.
This is a lot of things. I mean,
It's a historical drama.
Yeah, and trying to categorize this movie, like to put it in any genre, is impossible because it covers so much. I mean, one could say it's a comedy, one could say it's a horror, one could say it's just plain out wacky. I think that's the best. If there's a wacky category, that's where this one
It's a
belongs.
classic. It's a good B movie.
It's a good.
Yeah.
I think it's a good B movie.
It definitely is a high budget B movie. Is there such a thing?
High budget?
Well, okay, maybe not.
I mean, they had an
they had
Elvis.
Elvis in there.
Yeah, they had an Elvis suit.
Yeah, we don't have the budget. I don't think.
Oh, good old Google. I'll take to it. Somebody want to kick off a question?
John, did you have a follow-up question? I have more. I have lots.
You lead the way. This is your pick, so I think you should start off here.
Does this movie make you look forward to getting old?
Well, in a funny kind of way, it does, because it didn't. When he's sitting there and you're going, "Oh my God," this guy's all he does look forward to is his sore penis, waking up to that every day. It's horrible, right? But
yeah, he's looking forward to his food and his shits.
yes. But when the adventure came, I thought, that's how you got to do it. When you're old like that. Go crazy, start imagining things, and find the other crazy people that will buy into your craziness, and have little adventures around the craziness. And to me, I thought that might be fun. So, double-edged sword, maybe.
You really got to get into it when you got nothing else going on.
I'm definitely gonna dream up something pretty good if I ever make it to one of those old folks' homes.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole story of Ozzie Davis's character. Does he have another name other than John F. Kennedy? Oh, I guess they call him Jack.
Yeah.
But to be that you were John F. Kennedy and you actually survived, but they turned you black and they
dyed you black.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Awesome.
That was pretty good. The budget for this one, $1 million. So yeah, pretty good budget.
Yeah, for a B movie,
that's pretty good.
That's
budget.
a high budget.
Estimated, to be fair, but pretty good budget. I don't even know where to start with this. Do you believe either of their stories? Does it ever?
I believe the Elvis one, and I believe
Yeah.
I had to, because I think the viewer kind of is pushed down that road that you kind of got to believe that the Elvis one is the only true one there.
Is that the key? Do you have to believe to make it all make sense?
I don't think you have to, but you certainly want to. I think the viewer's left wanting to believe his story.
Yeah, that's fair. I do believe it. Yeah, I do believe Elvis. So then once I believe Elvis, I'm like, well, if I believe Elvis, you kind of got to believe Kennedy too,
Absolutely. He talks about them inserting something into his brain, right? And it's some kind of transmitter, and then they filled his head with sand afterwards. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking with sand. That's gold.
But there's a tiny little scene where he sees a scar on John F. Kennedy's neck, right? And that's the proof, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I do remember that.
That's right. So and maybe we can Maybe the Lone Ranger was the Lone Ranger.
He wasn't
that's
the
right.
Lone Ranger.
Wait a
He was
second.
Not
He was-
Tonto.
Wait a second. Lone
Oh,
Ranger was
Kemosabe.
fictional
He was
character.
Kemosabe.
Kemosabe.
Yeah. What am I saying? Lone Ranger was
man.
fictional right from the word go. So
Kemosabe.
No, he was real.
okay.
According to this movie.
My question is this: did either of you guys think, just maybe for a split second, that the nurse was going to get him off at that
Oh
point?
yeah. I was like, oh, it's probably gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
There was not enough boobs, I thought, for a good B movie. Really, the only boobs that showed up was the weird mummy flashbacks.
Yeah, the visions.
Yeah.
Yeah, their boobs showed up in visions.
Yeah.
But I was pretty disappointed about that.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna, and then I'm like, "What? Don't cop out now."
Yeah.
I guess they felt, I don't know, maybe they wanted to take themselves at least a little bit seriously. I don't know.
They would have crossed the line. Is that what you're saying? They would have crossed some line that
There
they
was
didn't
a line.
cross already.
Yeah. I don't know. The bugs. They never explained the bugs.
Yeah.
Now, there are no, in Egyptian mythology, there's a lot of scarabs.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they didn't really tie into the bad
Yeah.
guy, and they didn't show up after a certain
Well,
point.
there was problems with this bad guy. I mean, okay, why is he like a Western gunslinger? I mean, what kind of that anything to do with Egypt at all? You know, cowboy boots.
Cowboy Mummy. Somebody
He adapted
wanted
to
a
what he
Cowboy
wanted.
Mummy movie.
How did they throw the Bubba into the Ho-Tep? Like, where did that come from? You know,
Good old boy from the South, right?
Yeah, they defined it at the right beginning.
Yeah,
Yes.
breaks down what Bubba means.
yeah, it breaks down what Bubba means, but the story goes that they had the mummy in the bus crashed in the river. Was there like maybe a cowboy that their souls just collided in that bus crash, and suddenly you got, how did the Bubba part of the Ho-Tep come to be?
He really took his new found place in life very seriously. Wound up in the South,
Yeah.
and he just had to blend
One
in.
style.
He just tried to blend in.
Yeah. He took fashion advice from Kemosabe. And
Okay, I'm not in Egypt anymore.
Yeah.
I gotta blend in with the locals. Oh, God.
So the concept is the mummy has to eat souls to stay alive. Is that what
Right.
it is?
Yes,
To
because
stay alive.
he's immortal because they did this thing over his grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the only way he keeps going is if he eats souls. And he preys on an old folks home because those are easy souls to take.
Yeah.
And nobody will guess the why. He's a pretty smart mummy. Like, he figured it out. Like, oh, I shouldn't go stealing, anybody else. I'll just
Yeah.
go to the old folks home, keep it low key.
Yeah,
Just
but it
come
so
out at
happened
night.
that happened to be like only so many feet from where the bus crashed.
Yeah.
So that was convenient.
Convenience as well. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he didn't go very far. But yeah, he didn't keep going. He stayed exactly where he was. And they kept taking bodies out of there like there was nothing going on.
Yeah,
Nobody
No.
suspected a thing.
it's true.
It's the perfect crime.
What was the deal with the shit residue? I didn't quite follow that. Did you guys get that? Like,
Which one?
Residue?
well, I don't know. No, not shit residue. I shouldn't say that. What they said.
Oh, Bubba Ho-Tep was pooping.
yeah.
Right.
I knew there was some reference to this, but I didn't quite follow it. Did you guys follow it?
No, I missed that too. But he did take a poop at some point, right?
They found hieroglyphics on the inside of a bathroom stall.
Okay.
And they deduced that it was graffiti. And
Yeah,
they
right.
thought, well, why is he graffitiing inside? Well, maybe he's taking a poop and he's bored. And that was the explanation for why there was Egyptian hieroglyphics in the inside of a bathroom stall.
Even mummies need to poop is what I took away from that. And they enjoy a good poop.
Yeah. And then
That's
they
all
were
you
trying
look
to...
forward to looking for is eating souls and having good poops. He's no different than Elvis.
But didn't they talk
really.
about what the poop would consist of after eating souls?
Yeah, well, they tried to boil it down. Well, what is he pooping if he only eats souls?
Yeah, that's right.
And there were soul residue, right?
Right. Okay. Soul residue.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah.
They just kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. With these-
It's one of a kind. I mean, you don't get this stuff on any other movie. I mean,
Acid.
Yeah.
Like, there's... it's the only explanation. I found it a bit slow though in the beginning. Like I was just kind of like it took a while to get going because there's a lot of flashback scenes and like
Yes.
a lot of like him sitting there. It was almost Groundhog Day-esque where it's like the same thing.
It's true.
And it took a little while to get going, but once it got going, brought me along.
I knew this movie from a long time ago, but I'm gonna ask you guys: did anybody not know that Elvis was in this movie?
No, I did. I do remember like the cover for some reason of like Elvis on the front. So I knew it had something to do with Elvis.
And my wife said, "Oh, that's the one." As soon as she heard the name, she said, "Oh, that's one Pete wanted us to watch about that guy, the Elvis guy in a nursing home." So that was kind of how
Okay. All right. So we didn't have an opportunity to discover that he was Elvis. Okay.
I mean, just from the title alone, definitely doesn't lead itself to Elvis in any way. More like a Southern mummy movie.
Yeah. Good old boy. Mummy movie. Yeah.
I'm most shocked by how well it's rated on the internet.
Well, only people that bother to watch something like that would.
Yeah, they got a 7.2 or something, or 7.4 on IMDb or.
Yes, 7.2 on IMDb, 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, 3 out of 4 from Roger Ebert.
Wow.
So I mean, it did
This
pretty
is
well.
quality stuff we're talking about.
And you didn't. Really.
No, I definitely. There was a time when I questioned myself, like, what am I doing?
Well,
how long is this movie? An hour and a half. That's how much of my life I'm not getting back.
All right. I knew when I picked this movie that I thought there might be some reservations about your loss of
but
time.
like in retrospect,
more like
talking
this. I
about
love
it,
this.
I think it was way more fun. Like
Yeah.
this is definitely fun to talk about. So I didn't waste an hour and a half. I don't think.
All right.
In retrospect,
Good.
Good.
Yeah, no, I love. You can throw movies like this at me any day. You know, I just love this stuff.
Was it important to the plot of the movie? The plot of the movie is the old folks' home and the mummy, right? Did they really need Elvis and John F. Kennedy?
You know, I was wondering that too, and I thought, you know, it adds to the wackiness. You know, I mean, if you remove that from it, it would be kind of just be a watered down version, right? I mean, the flair of it is that these guys are. Yeah, I love the question: are these guys insane, or you know, the viewer kind of like maybe that is JFK. He was dyed black, you know. That adds a great element.
No,
to
yeah,
it, you know?
for sure. It's not as good of a movie for sure without that.
Yeah.
All right. So before Bruce Campbell accepted the role of Elvis, he had only one question for director Don Cascarelli. Are you going to show the penis? I'm not going to lie. I kind of had that question myself once or twice. I was like, they got to do it. It's a B movie. They're going to show it. Nope. No penis, not enough boobs.
Although Elvis is the main character, not one piece of Elvis Presley music was heard in the film. Director Don, can you help me out here? Coscarelli.
Yeah.
Explained that it would have cost about half the budget to license even one Elvis song for the movie.
Wow.
It's expensive to license an Elvis movie.
I guess
No
so.
kidding. With $1 million budget, $500,000. Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Bruce Campbell helped promote the movie by bringing it along with him on his book tour for his autobiography, If Chins Could Kill, Confessions of a B-Movie Actor.
I kind of want to read that.
I know.
I bet it should be entertaining.
Yeah.
Filmed in 30 days, an unusually long schedule for such a low-budget film. Well, I mean, makeup takes a long time. That's all I'm going to say. To pay John F. Kennedy black, that must take hours.
Yeah, I know. K&B Effects, I'm assuming that's a company, agreed to make the Bubba Ho-Tep makeup and costume for cost of materials as a favor to Don Coscarelli.
Wow, he's got connections.
He does. A lot of people really wanted this movie to be made. That's what I'm taking from this.
Did anybody think, actually, now that I remember, that they were going to, that you would see a Priscilla cameo there?
You know, I was thinking, I was hoping, but I thought, no, they can't. They're not going to be able to pull that off.
No.
You know?
I thought maybe, like, when they held the silhouette for so long, I thought she was going to step into the light and be like, oh, damn, they actually did it. Good job, guys, you know?
I wonder if they asked her.
Yeah,
They might have
I would
tried.
have to add.
She read the
I have
script
to
and she's like,
imagine
no
they
fucking
tried.
way.
Yeah, this is a desecration to my father's legacy. Bubba Ho-Tep.
Probably a lot of our listeners haven't heard of this, but it's definitely worth a look. Maybe not worth looking. Maybe not worth watching, according to.
No, and you know
Anthony.
what? My final thoughts on this album, definitely worth the hour and a half.
All right,
As long
good
as you
stuff.
watch it with some friends, so you can talk about it.
Very cool. Very cool. On our website, primarylycritical.com, we have a list of upcoming podcasts. In the movie club experience, you look at this list and you watch these movies and you kind of join in on our little talk about them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, think of it like the Oprah Book Club, but with movies.
Exactly.
That's exactly like that. Yeah. Maybe a little less intellectual, but
Which one of us is Oprah in this situation? I guess that would be me.
you're painted white.
Snap. All right. Have yourselves a wonderful week. See you on Monday at noon.
Primarily critical.